Aloha, it's Steve here again at the Life and Sad Ending channel, and today we're going to find out why Fred MacMurray was so mad. Yeah, he was mad.
Fred MacMurray was undoubtedly the biggest Hollywood movie star to make a successful transition from film to television work. Frederick Martin MacMurray was born on August 30th, 1908. He starred in the classic films Double Indemnity, The Egg and I, Alice Adams co-starring with Katharine Hepburn, The Cane Mutiny, and The Apartment. He later starred in the Disney classics The Shaggy Dog, The Absent-Minded Professor, and Son of Flubber. In 1960, MacMurray starred in the TV show My Three Sons on ABC. Along with MacMurray, the series co-starred William Frawley, who played Bub O'Casey, and the three sons, Tim Considine, Don Grady, and Stanley Livingston. Because MacMurray had a busy schedule, he insisted that all episodes be filmed out of sequence during the show's entire run, using a technique now known as the MacMurray method. MacMurray would do all of his scenes in 65 days, leaving the other cast members to do their scenes working without him. In fact, the rest of the cast were required to get haircuts once a week in order to maintain continuity. The show went through many changes during its long 12-year run. In 1964, William Frawley was deemed too ill to work for Desilu Studios because it would be too costly to insure him. He was eventually replaced by William Demarest, who played Uncle Charlie. In 1965, the show moved to the CBS television network, who produced the show in color. At this time, Tim Considine chose not to renew his contract due to an argument with the producers of the show. This created a big problem because they no longer had three sons in the cast. The storyline goes on to say that Considine moves away and they adopt Chip's friend Ernie, played by Barry Livingston, Stanley Livingston's brother in real life. The series' ratings had its ups and downs through the years, depending heavily on the time slot they were given. Many new characters and plot lines kept the show interesting. Don Grady's character, Robbie, married Tina Cole's character, Katie, and they had triplets. Fred MacMurray's character, Steve, married Beverly Garland's character, Barbara, who had a daughter named Dodie, played by Dawn Lynn, whom Steve adopts. In 1971, a TV pilot starring Don Grady and Tina Cole called Three of a Kind was produced. The storyline was that Robbie, Katie, and the triplets moved to San Francisco.
Unfortunately, that show wasn't picked up as a series. Sadly, on June 27, 2012, Don Grady died at the young age of 68.
For My Three Sons' 12th and final season, CBS moved the show to Mondays at 10 p.m., which killed the ratings. Initially, CBS decided they wanted to bring My Three Sons back for a 13th season, but they flip-flopped and ended up canceling the show. This miscommunication came as a huge disappointment to Fred MacMurray, who felt that he had been disrespected by the network that he had done so much for. He remained angry and bitter for years. After all, he had been the only cast member to appear in all 380 episodes. After suffering from throat cancer, a stroke, and leukemia, MacMurray ultimately died from pneumonia on November 5, 1991, at his home in Santa Monica, California. He was only 83 years old. His body was entombed at Holy Cross Cemetery.
Did you watch My Three Sons when you were youngin'? Well, I sure did. Maybe you watch it now in reruns. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time, unless I come to my own sad ending.